How did trying to explain something make it sound dumber? I was in history class when my teacher called on me to explain the Boston Tea Party. Not a big deal, right? I literally just aced the quiz with a perfect score. I knew this topic backwards and forwards, but the second I stood up in front of the class, my brain decided to file for bankruptcy. I started strong. So the colonists dumped tea in the harbor to protest taxes. Solid intro. Clear, factual, historically accurate. Then my mouth kept moving without consulting my brain first. They threw it in because they didn't like the flavor. The room went silent, like that awkward pause before a bomb goes off. Then someone in the back row snorted. Then another kid wheezed. Then the entire class erupted, like I just said the funniest thing in American history. My teacher's face went from proud to concerned in 0.3 seconds. She looked at me like I just announced the earth was a triangle. I panicked. I mean, they didn't like British flavor. Somehow that made it worse. Kids were losing it now. One guy had his head on his desk, shoulders shaking. A girl in the front row had tears streaming down her face. And me? I just kept talking. Because apparently when I'm nervous, I become a broken History Channel narrator with zero brain cells. Like they should have just added sugar instead of dumping it, you know? The teacher blinked. That's so wasteful. Do you know how expensive tea was back then? I was spiraling. Full unhinged documentary mode. They could have at least donated it or something. There were probably people who wanted free tea. My teacher held up a hand. Colin, stop. I stopped. She stared at me for a solid 5 seconds. Did you study for the quiz at all? I got 100%. She looked at my paper like it was forged. Then how did you just explain the Boston Tea Party like you've never seen a book? I had no answer. She sighed, told me to sit down, and explained it herself, the correct way, with taxes, representation, and zero mentions of flavor profiles. But the damage was done. For the rest of the week, anytime someone answered a question right, kids would go, yeah, but can you explain it like Colin? Even my friends started using it. Bro, you sound like Colin right now. It became my legacy.